Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Darlar's Twi'lek Tactics. It's Tuesday night, which means it's time for This Week in Eternal Evolution, where I'm going to go over kind of the highlights of the week that was in Eternal Evolution before we get the patch notes tonight, and then the patch on Thursday. Now, I do have a special guest with me this evening, so you're not just listening to me ramble on my own. That's never any fun. It is none other than Monsie. Monsie, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for having me on your show. I love it.
No, absolutely. So you're one of the official Eternal Evolution content creators, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I was just checking. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will have his channel linked in the description of this video. I would very, very much welcome, if you like watching my stuff, that you also go and give his channel a subscribe and watch some of his stuff, because as you've seen in some of my videos, he is a beast. He knows what he's doing. He's definitely, he's in the same alliance as me. He is a killer. So go check him out. Give him a sub.
Thank you.
All right, so we are going to be discussing a list of topics tonight, and we're going to start off with the anniversary celebration. We are just wrapping up the second week, so it is half over. Monsie, what have you thought about the anniversary event in general to date?
I found it to be quite reward rich in terms of gene hybrid shards, universal crystal shards. So reward wise, I've been cashing in.
Yeah, it's awesome. So has the bad taste that was the collab recruitment event finally washed out of your mouth?
Yeah, and I feel like they may have, I don't know, done a so-so job on that just because they knew this was coming. So
yeah, because that would have been 2 straight months of like insane rewards for new players, which is a good thing. Like I think Kiger did a video showing downloads and stuff. I do believe downloads were up for that month, so people did come to the game. I've noticed a slew of new people coming into the game. So if they started last month with the collab event, they got all that stuff and now all this stuff. They're really gonna hate it once this ends and we're back just into the normal grind that is EE.
Yeah, it's gonna not be quite as fun next month. This monthly calendar check-in was quite lovely.
Mm-hmm. Did you buy the yearly pass by chance?
I did buy the yearly pass. I mean,
how could you not?
2080. Right? Oh yeah, 2080 red ruins. I mean, for $40, that's.
Yeah, this pass is, I know some people have had issue with it. Like, yeah, the prototype is what it is. The prototype's really, really nice. But the weekly rewards, the 2080 red runes, if you like this game and you're going to be playing this game for longer than, I don't know. Usually I value a red rune at, you could say $1 per rune on the high end. But then if you say you can get 30 for $7, what is that, like 28 cents or something? But still, it is an insane deal. Even if this is the one purchase anybody ever makes, it's definitely really, really nice. And it's also needed for the anniversary path. Where are you? Do you know where you are on the reward track for the anniversary event?
I can look really quick. I think I might be on the 3rd tier.
3rd tier. So you're still getting, yeah, up to the 3rd tier is still getting a bunch of the good stuff, because you're still getting red runes, you're still getting, you know, a whole gene hybrid on page 3. But then once you hit page 4, no, page 4 is good. Once you hit page 5, or no, 4 and 5, it's just the same thing. It's half of a gene hybrid, you know, 30 red runes and some Caraxius shards.
Yeah, so I'm at 86,000. I'm right at the end of the 3rd page.
Yeah, no, right on. Yeah, that 3rd page is nice with that full gene hybrid. And
okay.
well, we'll get to it, I guess. But yeah, no, this event is just insane. I don't know how they're ever going to top this. I know I've been thoroughly impressed, and I don't think I've heard a lot of negative feedback. Have you heard through your comings and goings anybody that's ticked off at this event?
Just the normal, you know. I think people were upset with the trophy being hidden behind a paywall, but it is what it is, you know. I think it's a great value.
Oh,
if you're going to be spending money.
yes, yes. Now let's move on to the next topic, and that is going to be the Halloween event. So we kind of knew that something was coming for Halloween event. We didn't know what it was, and it turns out that it's something fairly basic. It's really just acquire 10 candles a day for more rewards. That's all it is. There's nothing special. There's no specific holiday fights or battles as we've seen in the previous holiday events, where we've gotten Easter themed battles and we've gotten Christmas battles and whatnot. What did you think of the addition of just the Halloween event within the anniversary event?
Well, I always like extra rewards. It did seem a little like lazy-ish, just what we're looking at right here. Like you said, for Easter, we had the battles, we had this whole Ravenna Ampu summoning thing, and I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, at least it's people that at least log in every day and do their minimum 10, even if they miss all the gift codes. They're still going to get up to about 150 because it was 15 days. So they will get the banner, the holiday banner, or the frame, and they will get 40 red runes. So it is still a fairly generous event just for logging in and just playing the game, basically. But there is a little bit of controversy with this Halloween event, and that is the Rickert skin. So
yeah,
we had initially thought that we were going to be able to get it free to play because in previous events, say the Easter event or the Christmas event, all you had to do was play and you got the skin for free. Do you think they're going to bombard us with codes in this last week, or do you think free to play are screwed?
I don't know. They were coming out with the codes pretty strong. I think the first, maybe second day, but I don't think we've seen any extra candles since. And I think it's a little sad, especially, with coming out with the new assassin. Rickard may or may not die, which is kind of sad because I'm definitely not going to go for it. And so it's a cool skin though, but
yeah,
no.
And this being a holiday one, at least they'll put it in the shop for people that can't get it free to play. These skins tend to get put into the skin shop. It's the $100 skins like the Leo skin and the Nord skin that don't. Those ones are premium, and I don't know how they're ever going to come back. But I don't know. We have a week now, and they're going to have to give us, I think they gave us 10 or 20 candles. So that would put people at 170. 170-ish. So they're going to have to give out a lot more candles for free to play to be able to get this skin for free. Otherwise, they're going to have to get it probably out of the Hell Arena shop, which is kind of sad, but I kind of assumed this was going to be the case given a comment that the Eternal Evolution Facebook moderator, how he responded to someone where they asked, can we get the skin for free or free to play? And all he said was, the skins in Eternal Evolution are exceedingly rare and hard to obtain, which is kind of dickish in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. They should have let everyone get this. I mean, it's not a big deal, it doesn't, the 2% attack is
nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And, Rickart's kind of might be edged out with the introduction of the new assassin that's coming up this week. So, kind of like Ravenna, by the time we got the Ravenna skin, Ravenna was pretty much on her way out, right?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It kind of happened to Serena. I mean, she wasn't being used as much, but they came out with their summer skin, and it's like Miranda, Fiona came out, and it's like, who's really using her except beginning maybe to mid game?
Yeah, exactly. And maybe some free-to-play players that are just starting the game, this is their thing. They think the skins are cool. So if we go to the Hell Arena shop, we can see that they're available. I've never gone for these skins as well. This outfit shop. You see, you got Ravenna, and we got the Emma one. The Emma one was also an RNG on a Gamuzo's bell, if I remember correctly. That one cost me about $200, those bastards. So So the Rickard skin's probably going to come into here. They should really put all the skins in here, but if the Leo and the Nord one, given how expensive they are, maybe bump up their price like a lot, maybe say 1,200 versus these ones that are at 300. So
yeah, I don't see Daniel's skin in there either.
that's right. I never even noticed that. Yeah. So, and Daniel was a free-to-play achievable skin. Well, that's stupid. Come on, guys. Come on, EE. You know, if you're going to give skins, cool. Give us lots more, but make them accessible. Especially Daniel, it's almost going on a year now. That's sad. I never even thought of that. Good eye.
Maybe they'll bring him back for Christmas.
You know what? That's probably what they'll do. I know Emma was also a Christmas skin, but you know, which is weird. She was the pay-to-win one. Daniel was the free-to-play one. Yeah, we're probably going to get Christmas events as well. Yeah, you're probably right there. Good call. So that is the Halloween event, which kind of leads us into our next topic. And do you have anything else to say about how the Halloween event kind of played out?
No, I mean, just everything we summed up. Sad, you know, they're not giving the Rickard skin for free. That's cold.
And they might still, but we just don't think they will, given there's only a week left, and they've only given us 10 or 20 candles to the date. All right, next, since we're on the topic of skins, Nord Thion. Whoa, why is his skin not on his page? Notice that?
I thought there was somewhere you could switch it and just to view it. Maybe it's in the hero.
Oh, it's because it took me to his banner. That's why. Yeah, you're right. I gotta go to actually him in game. There it is. All right. So we've seen this before. They did this with Leo. $100. Did you buy this?
No way.
No. I didn't either. I think it looks cool. Like, it looks like an Infernal from World of Warcraft. He's got like a black hole for a chest. It definitely looks awesome, but for $100, I don't know what they're smoking. And I've seen some people that bought it, but this is definitely a Kraken luxury item.
Yeah, I've seen people that bought it, and I think if you're trying to spend $100 on this game, there's other places that could probably progress your game further than, you know, this.
Oh yeah.
But it does look super bad. It was super bad.
You think it looks bad or badass?
Badass, super badass.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude. He's got the wings, whatever he's got, cape.
Well, it's constellations in his cape too, right? Like he's like fully cosmic.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, like he's cool. Like he's a straight up space lord now, Star Sovereign. Very, very cool. I do kind of like his original skin. I like that whole, like, the Atlas's kind of aesthetic, but definitely cool. But I'll never get it because I'm never gonna buy it, and I didn't buy the Leo skin. I didn't buy the Leo skin probably because it looked like idiotic, to tell you the truth. I probably, if it was, yeah, it was stupid. They turned Leo into a freaking joke. But you know, the skin aside, after 35 weeks. They finally released Nord. What is your take on the whole Nord paywall, the Nord controversy, and the fact that they finally released him?
Well, I think, you know, they made a pretty penny off him, and he's still really good, viable, just not as good. So they were probably like, okay, what else can we do? Oh, let's make a new skin. Let's make some more money, which is why I think his banner is going to come back, because they're going to want to keep selling his skin.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it was a travesty that, you know, like you said, it's not like he can do anything less than what he could do. It's just that when he was released, the level of OP that he was like unprecedented. I don't know if they just didn't think that, or didn't test Marauder gear on him, because when we were first running him, we didn't have Marauder gear, and we were all running him in like a Sun Signet Overload set, and he was good. He was really, really good, but he wasn't. As soon as we discovered the Marauder set, then he just didn't die, and then he was just OP, and then they were like, whoa, we got to keep this guy out of the hands of anyone that we can in order to try to, you know, salvage the integrity of our game, so to speak, which is still, if you ask me, is really scummy that they first gave him free to play available, and then they withheld him for $200, because I have friends that have never spent on any mobile games, but that broke them. They broke down, and spent $200 for 2 copies, I guess, because it came with the Gem Hybrid of Nordthion, which is still, I'm never going to let EE off the hook for that one. That was kind of slimy. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. They it seems to be getting less and less free to play friendly as we go on in time, just overall. But it was terrible. They withheld Nord. He did, though, like you said, once we found the Marauder set, this is probably the one character that absolutely broke the game when he came out.
Oh, absolutely. That is unquestionable that he broke the game. But now everyone can get him. It's really, really funny because I saw on Facebook today somebody asking, his banner is only here for another 2 days. And there was somebody asking whether he should get a copy. And I almost drove into the ditch. I couldn't believe that some people are just being that stupid. Yes. Anyone watching this, grab 1 copy of this guy. He is necessary. He is absolutely necessary in this game. But don't buy the skin. They don't need that money.
Yeah. That is ridiculous. $100, these guys bump their heads, man.
Yeah. But now that he's been brought back once, I fully assume that he is now in the rotation. Now that we have the SPs to chase, that's going to be the big old money sink. Those are the paywalled characters. I don't think we're ever going to see another shenanigans like they did with Nord. Do you think they're ever going to do that again to just a normal triple S hero?
Probably not, because like you said, they got the SP. That's a $3,000 Kraken deal. What's the 200 to the 3K?
Yeah, exactly. And we know that people are buying the Caraxias and the Artemises like hotcakes. But there is already a counter to that. I'm not going to discuss that in this video. But you've seen the counter to both of the SPs, right? Yes,
and that's why I'm starting to invest in mine to get him to IMO 5.
Yeah, and for those of you watching, it's Aries. Aries also counters Artemis. I've got it down to about 30% win rate. I'm just kind of tweaking. I got to put better gear on my Fiona, and then I should have it down to 100% win rate. So, yeah, another $3,000 paperweight. Just know that if you're going up against someone that has a max Aries, you're probably gonna lose. So yeah, that's good though. That's good for us that there's a counter. But a lot of people still don't believe in Aries. You notice that?
Yeah, I was watching some another channel earlier, and they didn't really like Vanguard, but I used my Vanguard team in my Hell Arena, and I believe in them. They put it down when they need to.
Yeah, they're kind of niche. We don't really need them in PvE except for very, very specific PvE game modes, like the endless battle ones that are specific to them. Maybe if there's a Twilight Lands very specific battle for Vanguards. But for the most part, assassins are kind of stealing the thunder out of the Thunder Cliffs. I didn't mean to do that, I promise. So really it's PvP where the Vanguard shine, and really it's just Aries. Barag causes a bit of a distraction. I don't know if he's needed, but because I've seen it done with just Aries and say 3 blue Vanguard. So I think really all you have to do is invest in Aries to be able to do this. Anything else to say on the Nord release or Aries?
I'll just say we're looking at trying to IMO my Aries gear because he's bad. He's super good.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten a charge set. I've got a lot of tempered materials for a charge set because a charge is superior to the surge set. I do got a really good surge set on him, but I feel like if I get a good charge set on him, that would make it more close to 100%. Do you have a good charge gear? Because it's just not dropping for me.
No, seems like I haven't had any good gear drop in 2 months. I don't know what's going on, but I'm also trying to get the charge gear for him. I have a good surge set, but nothing's immortal, but I would like to get an immortal charge on him.
Yeah, because there's just more, I think it's more damage reduction, there's damage amplification, and he's just doing his displacement all the time. So yes, surge gives him more, I think it's 30% more damage on his AoEs, but charge is really where it's at. Alright, next topic, Endless Battle. So Endless Battle is done in 31 hours. Now, This one was a lot different than we're used to, and I saw Donkey Punch, and I got to give him credit for this because it is true that this one just felt better because we had all 6 endless battles that they've given us, except we didn't get we got some of the old formats, like say the Summoner one was the Assassin Bum Rush versus the Killing the Bugs, the Death Hive one. And there was a couple like that, but that we got all 6, and then we got this new Samir boss, who is the new hero coming out this Thursday, as the other battle in the last 3 days, or the last 3 stages, I should say, 5, 6, and 7. What is your take? What did you feel about this endless battle cycle, like the full 2 weeks?
I thought it was fresh. It's super refreshing to not have to do the same thing for 2 weeks in a row, and the fact they kept changing it every 2 days, even though it rotated this way and that, like, it was good. The rewards were great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and there wasn't like a top prize. Like the other endless battles, their last iterations is if you were you could basically kind of sandbag it for the whole time even though you didn't want to, and then on the last day you could just put everything into it, steal the top prize, and you'd get a big payout. Whereas this time we didn't get a big payout at the end. We're not getting that. We're just getting these little payouts all the way through, which are nice. Like they're giving us tempering materials. This is tier 2 tempering materials in these boxes if you could get them. And I know you got them because I saw your name at the top of the list for a bunch of these battles.
Yeah, it's been good to me. I do what I do, and luckily I got a key in my server. So we kind of make keys. Like I love endless because it always gives me a day to upgrade a little more, and we just battle back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I know. I like endless too. And this, if they could keep this up, like if they can keep doing this, I think everyone will be a little bit more happy. Because even though it'll be the same fights, because we only have the 6 classes, even if it's the same fights all the way through, I think that's awesome because that gives everyone's working on a different part of their roster at all different times. And maybe next endless cycle, they're really going to destroy that phase with hunters, or they're really going to kill that phase with assassins or whatnot. Like it really keeps it fresh and dynamic where someone, they might not get first. Since there is no overall first, they might get first on, say, stage 3 and 5, but not some of the other ones, and that might give them, a higher sense of accomplishment. This is a really good format, and I really think they should keep to it. Now, with Samir, it's funny that they call him Samir here, and the actual character we're getting is called Samael. I just noticed that. Did you notice that?
Yeah, when it dropped the other day on Facebook, I came back and looked, and I was like, oh, it's different. I don't know if that's maybe their bad or...
Oh, that's their bad. Words are hard for them at the best of the times. That's funny.
I noticed.
Yeah. But do you think that maybe this is a format that we might have, where the last couple stages in Endless Battles going forward is going to be the next release hero? Or do you think that is telegraphing their hand far too much?
I think you could be onto something because they usually kind of hint, within their own game what's to come, or maybe the future pattern of things.
Mm-hmm. I think this is cool. I think this gives a lot of hype to a new character coming into the game.
Yeah, I think it's cool that he looks pretty badass, dude. I love their character design.
Yeah, they went all out on this guy. Like, kudos to the art department. Did you see the little cinematic on Facebook that they dropped this morning?
I don't think so.
All right, well, maybe we will go to it now if you can see it. So I don't know if it follows. Let me just pull up my let's do this. So I'm gonna pull up this other screen for Monsie. Now here we go. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, let's blow it up. It looks awesome. Yeah, that was a little loud. What'd you think of that one?
Badass, dude.
Like, it's this demon, and I thought this was a giant like shield. I didn't understand. This is like he's cuffed. These are handcuffs.
Oh, I was wondering what I thought it was maybe his control for the big arms, but okay, handcuffs.
Yeah, like he's like it looks like this is a guy that he's a demon that's been trapped and pinned with this giant sword, and then I don't know if he just said, you know, screw this, I'm out. But he just decides, screw it, I'm a demon, I'm out of here. I'm gonna grow some whole new arms and bye-bye.
Dang, like a spirit arms or something. Badass, dude. Great character design. They, with their original, you know, designs, say from the collab character heroes, they do a great job of making their heroes.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm hyped for him. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know. We'll see next time we do Endless Battles how they go about structuring it. I really hope they kind of stick to this kind of structure because it's just a lot more dynamic. It's a lot more fresh. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. What did you think of how they just shoved Artemis in here at the end and changed all the point structures in the last couple stages?
I think that's goes with their pattern of things. Of course, they're gonna give him a 20% bonus, so of course they make you have that FOMO, and you just got to get him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I know there was some people that are like, hey, my points are gone. I can't get the same kind of points. Well, this is why. It's because, say for this hunter battle, it used to be Arcadia was the 20% point bonus hero. Now it's Artemis, which, oh well, it is what it is. You know, we're all in the same boat when it comes to these SPs.
Yeah, a little scummy, but whatever. They got, you know, they want to make their bucks, so whatever.
Yep. Well, now that we're on the topic of an SP hero, so this week we also got the second SP hero. Now it's been exactly 16 weeks, or roughly 4 months in between SP hero releases. I know. Were you aware this one was coming a couple weeks prior?
No, I don't think I heard anything until you either said something or I saw it somewhere, but I didn't know like any behind the scenes.
I stayed tight-lipped. Some of us in the CC program got a heads up what was coming, but we were told to remain. I don't know why they would tell us, and then be told not to talk about it. I think it was just kind of for insider information, just for a little. Here's a kudo. Here's what's coming. But I knew this bad boy. I didn't know the model until it dropped, but I did know that it was going to be an SP hunter with some of the mechanics. Now, what is your initial take on Artemis?
I don't know. Being a hunter, like, he looks badass though. Looks super cool. The tail thing he's got. I've read his skills and stuff, and he was definitely on paper sounded OP. I just, you know, I was lucky enough to hoard my Astro tickets to be able to get one.
You got one? Yeah, I got one too as well on my main account.
Yeah, so, just for the bonus points.
Yeah, pretty much. Like all the people watching this, just try to get one. You know, they are giving more shards of Caraxia right now, so everybody that's playing in the anniversary event should probably be able to get a copy of Caraxia by the end of the anniversary event, which is kind of nice. And do you think that they're kind of going to stick to that theme going forward for the next one, where at the end, or when they announce the next SP, they give us an event, it's not going to be as OP as the anniversary event, but another event where they're going to give the Artemis shards in little bundles in order to give people a chance to get one while the new one's dropped? Do you think they'll do that?
I would hope so, because their acquisition method for the Astros needs to open up. I mean,
I agree.
I think that kind of money for, you know, a game like this is just bonkers. But that's just to me.
Yeah, like, so I understand keeping astrals a little bit exclusive for the Krakens and the whales that want to spend, because you do kind of you have to give them a little bit of preferential treatment for the shiny new toy that they just purchased. And it's an expensive shiny new toy. But now that those people have one and they're working on their next one, I think now is when they should loosen up the purse strings on these astrals, because even if they loosen it up a little bit, maybe someone will get a couple copies of one of these, but they're never going to have both, right? They're never going to be able to still compete with those Krakens, but it's definitely going to help retain maybe minnows, small spenders, free-to-play players, if it is feasible to get one of these, because I think I worked the math once before. When we're on our normal rotation, it takes like years for a free-to-play player to get one of these.
Yeah, and I feel like because they make it so long, they're kind of saying in between the lines is, we don't want you to have this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just kind of how I feel about it. But definitely with the new one, let go of the reins on the old one. You know, let the people have him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yep, I agree. Did you notice the changes to the drop shop, or to the drops that come with her shards?
yes, I know Dom's new. I think Barag is new.
Yep, there's one more.
And Jaina's new too, right?
Yeah. I think Daniel too. Maybe Daniel was in the last one. Was he in Korra?
I can't recall.
Because it was Leo and it was Rickert before, and
yeah.
and I do believe it was, I don't know if it was Luke. I can't remember who the other one that got replaced. But yeah, Jaina, Barag, and Dom are now in the drops, which is awesome. The fact that, we'll just say a brand new whale that comes into the game that starts this game today, he can just drop a bunch of money on this and get, you know, Panda, which is good, Dom, great, Jaina, great, Barag. If it was Aries, okay, cool. Barag, you know, Barag by himself's he's not blowing the wheels off anything. I don't remember,
Right.
but Bada was in here before, right?
I can't recall, but she should definitely not be in there.
No, she should be like, they should put Fiona in here, right?
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Because if
anyone but Bada.
Exactly. Like if we look, we're getting 2 summoners, we're getting 2 tanks, even though, you know, Zeta is not really, she's fallen off. We're getting 1 energy, 2 energy, I guess, Ravenna and Jaina. But then we're only getting the 1 Vanguard and the 1 Assassin, which, you know, make this a Fiona or make this an Aries. Get rid of Bada, because Bada's probably the worst triple S in the game. Would you agree?
Yeah, she's on the bottom, right next to Guan Yu.
Yeah, I forgot about Guan Yu, and then I forgot about Anaruda as well. Oh man, yeah. Oh wow. So yeah, Artemis. I've seen the footage. She is absolutely dominant against anything that isn't a maxed out Aries Vanguard team. Caraxi Assassins teams, they go down in 10 seconds to a maxed out Artemis. It is silly just how overpowered this hero is. She just destroys everything. So, yeah. What's that?
I'm glad we have that Aries in our toolkit, man, because I'm never gonna have a maxed out Artemis. That's just,
yeah. And
crazy.
I'm not spending on this one. I spent on the last one, and that hurt. That really hurt. Like, luckily I do get enough income off of this game, covering this game, to cover that, but it took every penny. Like, it was not worth it. It was not worth it, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna slow play this one. I'm at the top of Hell Arena now, so I'm gonna try to max out the Astrals from Hell Arena every refresh, even though that's still gonna take forever. It is still gonna help, right? And then hopefully they loosen the purse strings on these Astrals. So how you doing in Hell Arena?
I don't know. Usually I'll go to Hell Arena, get my butt kicked, then go to the level under it and just be number one. But now in this Hell Arena, I think maybe I might stay, but there's monsters like Zoso's in mine.
Oh.
Skeet's in mine.
Uh-huh.
So there's some real killers in there.
I've avoided Zoso up till now. I got Pal last week. And I got, who else was there? I can't remember. Not Hexecute. I got Hexecute this week, but once I get to Hell Arena, I usually stay there, fortunately. So, talking about SP heroes, since we were discussing them, I'm looking at the reward structure right now. So, let's see. So, they're giving out some Astrals in page 2, which free-to-play should be able to get. Page 3, there's some more Astrals, and then free-to-play might be able to get to the end of page 3, which gives them 10 Caraxia shards. So they are, and then of course if they go past that, and this is more for I'd say people that, especially if you bought the pass, you should be able to get what, another 10, 20, 30 shards there. If you buy the pass, you could probably make it to the end of page 4, and that almost gives you a full Caraxia copy just from the anniversary event. I think that's kind of cool. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I need one more copy. I bought, Astrals for Caraxia, and I only got 3 copies, and I feel like it definitely was not worth it. You either got to have her maxed, you got to have the SPs maxed, or just get the 1 copy. So if I get one more, I'll go to EX20 and I'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, she started to become viable for me at what I guess it would be the equivalent of Legendary 0. So the shiny silver is when I got to start to use her in, say, like endless battles and places like that, and she would and I could pull out, say, Bailey or whatnot. So yeah, free to play and slight spenders are going to be able to get about 10, 20, 30, 40 shards of Caraxia plus some Astrals. So, that's pretty good. And I hope they do that when the 4 months is up for Artemis, and then we can get an easy copy of Artemis as well.
I hope so too.
All right. Well, that kind of wraps up everything that happened this week, and there was a lot. That was a lot to happen in an off week. Usually the week that's coming up here, which is the beginning of a new cycle, we get a brand new hero. Usually those weeks are the busy weeks. It seems like this week they just jammed everything into this anniversary event. So there was a lot to talk about there. So I'm glad you came on here and helped me work through it, because it's always nice to have another opinion on these things versus me just sitting here speaking into my mic. So thanks for that.
No problem, dude. Thanks for having me. I enjoy watching these shows, that you put on.
Well, we're not done yet, because we're going to briefly discuss some of the stuff that's coming up on Thursday. We already discussed like the new assassin. We saw the cinematic. What did you read some Samael's kit that came out this morning?
A little bit. I got a lot of the respawn coming back to life, the increased crit damage. She increases crit damage, which, like on paper, you never know if it's going to be good or not, but I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Yeah, what I liked was that the ultimate, it's an AoE, and it strips energy and rage from anyone it hits. So I think this assassin's going to be really good in PvP, because it's kind of like, like Rez was a disruptor. He's going to strip turn meter on his ultimates, which I don't know. As long as his damage is there, I think he's going to be able to do really good things, but I guess we'll see come Thursday.
He looks like a frontliner too, with given how big he is.
Mm-hmm. Wow, the assassins, they got so much survivability in their kit with the Phantom Cloak that, yeah, I'm assuming they're going to scale him down a little bit, because he is huge right now in game.
He's huge. Yeah, assassin got a lot of invincibility. Cloak, Fiona's invincibility procs.
Yep,
they've got a lot.
So he's gonna say, if someone doesn't have Caraxia, it's probably going to be the 4 is going to be Dom, Rickert, Moto, and Samael. I do have Caraxia, so I'm probably going to remove Rickert from my team altogether, which is sad, since I will have the skin for him that I will never see. That's a waste of money.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be cool. He looks cool. I do like all the demons. But we'll see. 2 days. I will definitely have a deep dive ready, available on day 1, since I got 6 genes all sitting there waiting to go. So stay tuned for that. Now, the next little nugget we're going to talk about that is upcoming on Thursday, which is this one right here. This 11.9 to 11.16. That is the double chip event. How hyped are you for the double chip event?
It doesn't seem like what it used to be, you know, when you first started the game, how big that double chip is. And it doesn't seem like it still has the same value, but I guess it doesn't feel the same. Maybe because it's at the end of the anniversary, which is, I guess, understandable from a business point of view.
Yeah.
Would have been super awesome for us in the community to be one of the first things they offered, but hey.
Yeah, like they, you know, I get, you know, it would have been nice if they would have released him with the Nord banner, but I get it. They, you know, this is a way for them to make money. They're gonna suck, especially since you get points for the anniversary track by spending limiteds and astrals. You know, like right from day 1, they were trying to drain you, and then Nord came the second week and they drained people. And I've seen this comment on Facebook when they announced the double chip. There was a lot of people actually upset that we have a double chip now, and it is after the Nord banner. But come on, it's the way it's going to be. They want you to go buy some more limiteds to spend them. But like you said, I don't think double chip is as worth it as it was, given, you know, how good giant tower wish list banners are. Like if we get a giant tower / wish list banner every 4 weeks now, that is better in my opinion. You get more out of that. So what do you think?
I think you will get more bang for your buck out of the wish list, because the the SSS percentages are increased.
Yep.
So I've had lots of better luck on those banners. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of cases of people getting like just 4 to 5 extra. Well, not 4 to 5, but 4 extra. Because yeah, on every 30th pull, it has to be an epic or a purple, and those are increased chances for them to be the wishlist pool triple S heroes. So definitely very, very good. That's not to say you can't get skunked with the RNG, but yeah, it is definitely better. Wishlists are awesome. But I understand, I've heard some other, not dissenting opinions, but opposing opinions that, yes, okay, but what I want as a free-to-play player or a mid-game player, I more so want the chips so that I can get the gene hybrids, because then that allows me to cherry pick and pick whoever I want, versus maybe I don't want, because the wishlist banner is probably going to be Sif, Becca, and Dora. Maybe they don't want them. Maybe they have them at Immortal already, and they would rather prefer to get the gene hybrids with all these extra chips. In that case, cool. Blow your hair back and pull on the double chip, but save enough for at least Sif Giant Tower. At least save 80. What do you think? You think that's fair?
Yeah, I mean, Sif's huge. Sif is arguably, you know, she is the summoner right now. So Sif at Immortal 5 is just godly.
Whoa, sorry about that. Did I blow your eardrums out there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, yeah, no, Sif is really good. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen watching this, you save at least 80 chips by the end of next week for the Sif Giant Tower. That is more likely than not to come on, I guess it would be, I'm assuming this 11.16 to 11.23 that we see on the screen right here is going to be a wishlist banner, because this one is double chips. This 11.9 to 11.23 is the new card game that's coming. And then these two, one of these is going to be the wishlist banner, then we don't know what the other one's going to be. So I'm going to switch monitors for you again right now. Let's see, change window. Oh, I can just do that. Okay, cool, that's better. Go live. All right. Can you see my other screen now?
Yes.
All right, so this is what we're going to briefly touch on this. Now, I made a video. This is the new game mode that's coming. They did say that it's only going to be 2 weeks, but I do not foresee them just making this, building this for it to only last 2 weeks. What do you think? Do you think this is going to stay in the game after this next 2 weeks, or do you think it's going to come back every so often? Do you think it's going to displace Twilight Lands and Endless Battles? What do you think of this?
I don't think it'll displace Twilight Lands. Twilight Lands is going to come on Thursday. And
is it?
Yeah, I asked Mr. VIP and he said yes, it is.
Oh, perfect, man. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have to go subscribe to his channel right now. Well, after this video is over, because of that tip right there, because that is a big tip.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people didn't know, and it's kind of sad that we don't know. And Twilight is arguably one of the best PvE reward content, probably the best best reward content of the game. So that's our bread and butter.
Yeah, and you saw the outrage when they pushed it back a week. They pushed it back a week for the collab event, and the community despised them for it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes when their game progression gets hurt, and I think it hurt everybody's game progression.
Well, that's awesome, because right now, like, I even checked it this morning, and we still don't have the dates on the Twilight Lands preview page, which I really didn't know what to think of that. In my mind, I thought maybe this card game was going to displace it, and then we would have 3 2-week events, this card game, Endless, and then Twilight Lands. But no, if you just confirmed that Twilight Lands is coming back on Thursday, that definitely eases some fears of mine. What is your thoughts on this game in general? This Twilight game, or this digital war challenge?
I personally never played a game like this. I did see your video though about it, and it doesn't surprise me that they would make something as a copy and not go all out on it. But I still don't even really understand it. I'm gonna have to play with it, you know what I mean, to kind of get the gist of it. But it just, I mean, I guess something new, might be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like it's a carbon. Like they blatantly stole all of the game mechanics from the other Hearthstone game mode Battlegrounds that I covered, except that game was live PvP where you fought the opposing hand of you. Basically, you queued up, you were put into a big round robin with other players, and you played live. That would be, if they gave us live PvP in this card game, I wouldn't have any criticisms. But this is like the battle mode, and basically it's just you have to build up your hand to have more CP than the enemy CP, and you win. It's just lazy.
And I guess I would hope that, I didn't realize it was just a 2-week event. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, maybe it kind of makes sense to make a cheaper version. But I don't see any reason why they can't make it a permanent thing and make it better.
Yeah, like it's just clean up the UI. The UI is ugly. Like the mats here, it's all just, they could have made this so much better. They could have animated the tiles. They could have just done so much more than just the way it looks. It just seems like it was lazy and thrown together. But maybe they will tweak it in the future. But I don't. They tend to be very, very slow on the UI upgrades. Do you remember? Oh, was it 6 months ago when we had a survey in this game asking us which opening page UI we liked the best? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was actually, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. like they were they put some time and effort into developing like 8 options for us, and some of them look pretty cool. They gone. They have never come back. So I'm not too hopeful on them. I think it's a really small team. Definitely the people that do the animations and the cinematics, they do a great job. I think the art for the heroes themselves, they do a great job. I think the kits are well thought out. I just think that the overall development team is maybe a little bit smaller than we all think it is, because it is a small game still at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's still a fun game. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Got its ups and downs, but I still enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I still enjoy it too. I wake up every morning at 4:45 a.m. to get some dailies done before I got to get out of bed and go to work. So I definitely still enjoy it. I guess that probably sums it up since we're already almost coming up to an hour. So Monsie, thank you again for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No problem, dude. Thank you once again for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, his link to his YouTube channel is in the description of this video. Please go give him a sub, pick a video, and thank him for his tip that Twilight Lands is coming back again on Thursday, regardless of the fact that it is not indicated as being so right here. Upcoming, nada. So I think this was just an oversight, obviously. What do you think this signal interference is?
Well, the last time we saw that, it was an assassin, and they're coming out with a new hero assassin. Although they got the Hunter SP that came out, it's gonna be, you know, a toss of a coin.
Yeah, it's gonna be
one of those though.
Because we, like, Twilight Lands, there was whatever the two bosses were. They gave us the two bosses. Those were the 16.7 and the 16.10 nodes, but the 16.4 node was always that double unicorn node that we used hunters and or assassins on. I'm thinking we're getting 3 bosses going forward now in Twilight Lands. Do you think that's fair?
That'd be cool. It should be a little more challenging at this point. You know, we're trucking through 16 like nothing.
The problem is that people aren't gonna, because this is a race, and normally this race to get first, at least on my server and a lot of people's servers, it's within 5 to 10 minutes first place. You have to set your team going in. Now, luckily, Gameplay Horizon is on the SEA server. He's on the C servers, and he usually posts the boss prior to Twilight Lands Stage 16 going live on the NA server. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far into the video, when Twilight 16 is about to open, before it opens at whatever it is, 10 a.m. Eastern, go watch Gameplay Horizon's video of Twilight Lands and find out what the boss is so you can bring in the right teams. Otherwise, you might be screwed. What do you think, Mons?
Yeah, he's when 16 first started coming out, I would. But now I kind of base it off the endless battles. Like, I would kind of have my teams preset. But that is a great tip for him to, well, you really can't do that with this endless, but for him to do that is such a big perk for all of us. Yeah. So we're prepared, knowing, because like you said, it's a race. My last Twilight came down to seconds. Oof. You know what I mean? It wasn't minutes, it was seconds. So yeah, pretty competitive in my server. And
we don't know what this is. We know it's summoner, we know it's energy. It's probably, this last one's going to either be hunter to make use of the SP, or it's going to be assassins with Samil. And I'm leaning towards assassins, just given that, you know, hardly anybody has Artemis. That would suck to make a hunter boss that required Artemis. So bring in your energy, which is Coriolis. Summoners, okay, cool. It's the old summoner team. And then make sure you bring in your assassins. So
yep,
that's the tip. That's how we're going to end this video tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming again. Thank you, Monsie, for coming. Please go sub to his channel. Please, please, please. I'm going to look at his subscriber number. If it doesn't go up, I'm probably going to do nothing, because I can't do nothing about that. So, but please go give him a sub.
Thank you for that.
All right, sir. You have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
Okay.
Catch y'all.
Catch you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers, peace. Bye-bye.